This is Cutco. We'll now take you on a tour to show how we make the world's finest cutlery. Cutco blades are made of the finest quality, high-carbon, stain-resistant 440A steel. Coil steel is fed into an automatic blanking machine. Inside the machine, various dies designed and produced right here at Cutco stamp out the basic shape of each knife blade. Next comes a three-step tempering process that will make the blade extremely durable, yet flexible and able to hold a sharp edge. Very few other knives are subjected to this critically important process that actually transforms the metallurgical properties of the steel, resulting in a blade that resists corrosion and stays sharp for many years. In the first step, the blades enter a specialized hardening furnace containing a hydrogen and nitrogen protective atmosphere. The speed of the conveyor belt ensures the blades are heated for the proper time period at a temperature of nearly 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit. After exposure to this extreme temperature, the blades, while still in the furnace, are rapidly cooled, transforming the steel from a relatively soft state to a hard state with a very fine, very strong grain structure. In the second step, the blades are placed in a deep freeze. This cryogenic tempering at -120 degrees Fahrenheit maximizes hardness and the ability to resist stains and corrosion. In the third step, called draw tempering, the blades are heated to 365 degrees Fahrenheit. This final low heat step relieves stress created during hardening and freezing and increases flexibility as well as overall structural toughness. After the three steps of extreme heat, ultimate cold, and heat again, the characteristics of each blade are well balanced among strength, hardness, stain resistance, and most of all, the ability to hold a sharp edge. Following the tempering process, the blades are polished to the brilliant, mirror-like shine our customers have come to expect of Cutco cutlery. As a result of this careful and thorough polishing, the knife surface is smooth and free of any imperfections that could trap food particles. The blades are now taken to the computerized concave grinders, programmed to make sure the resulting edge thickness will ultimately provide the correct cantle or angle when the blade is later sharpened in a process known as honing. As the blade is pulled through, the grinding wheels create a concave area on both sides of the knife. This concave area provides for maximum clearance behind the cutting edge, so it cuts food cleanly, without drag. Another Cutco exclusive is the concave polishing or coloring of the blade. In this process, we fine polish the concave area with special high-speed glazing wheels. This process not only enhances blade appearance, but also makes sure microscopic food particles cannot be trapped along the blade, thus increasing overall resistance to long-term corrosion. Next, a robotic grinder is used to apply the famous Cutco Double D Stay Sharp recessed edge, performing like new year after year. As the Double D edge is ground into the blade is cooled to make sure it retains the hardness, toughness, and stain resistance developed through the heat treating process. The very accurate computer control and diamond dressing of the wheel after each blade is ground ensures consistent edge angle and depth. This guarantees every Double D edge on every Cutco knife is perfect. In an electrochemical process, the Cutco trademark is etched into the blade. This is our mark of excellence, and our customers guarantee that their knife represents Cutco quality. Before the handles are attached, the blade's highly polished surfaces are protected with a liquid acrylic coating. This coating prevents scratching during the remainder of the manufacturing process. Our hand-perfect handles are crafted of a super tough thermo-resin material. This heavy-duty, engineered material resists cracking and chipping and will not absorb oils, detergents, or odors. Injection molding technology creates the various types and sizes of handles. These handles go through a multi-stage cooling process to assure proper dimension and finish. Cutco, handles are attached by using one of two methods: full tang rivet assembly or heat induction. First, we'll take a look at full tang rivet assembly. In full tang rivet assembly, 3 nickel-silver rivets attach the 2 pieces of the handle to the blade. The 3-rivet full tang assembly is extremely durable and will not separate even under the most rigorous use. After the handles are attached, the rivet heads are carefully sanded to ensure comfort and cleanliness. The combined thermo-resin handle and blade tang are smoothed by high-speed sanding. We begin with a rough sanding and then follow with a fine sanding. This 2-step process, controlled under exacting standards, smooths the surface to remove crevices that could trap food. Passing through a series of computerized buffing machines, the handles are first rough buffed, then given an intermediate polishing, and in the final step, a high luster finish. In each of these 3 steps, the buffers independently polish the top and bottom of the handle, work around the handle, and then polish the end of the handle. On our straight edge knives, experienced artisans apply the final cutting edge in a process called honing. This honing of the blade requires a steady hand, control, and an awareness of pressure and angle. By holding the knife just so, the operator applies the exact angle and width of the cantle for maximum cutting efficiency. This is a sharp edge, but it's not yet a clean edge. During the honing process, a certain amount of edge roughness will result. This is the burr. In high-speed buffing, the burr is removed, resulting in a knife blade that is not simply sharp, but razor sharp. This final extra step, ignored by most manufacturers, is a hallmark of all Cutco knives. The buffing wheel is actually a series of cloth discs. Rotated cloth discs polish the cantle grind to a precise smoothness that ensures razor-sharp, drag-free, clean cutting. As we've seen, Cutco makes riveted, full tang handles, but some of our knife designs call for a second method of attaching handles: heat induction. To make these solid handle products, like the table knife, the blade's tang is inserted into the handle. The handle is passed through an induction coil which heats the tang within the handle. The thermo-resin melts around the tang. The tang is pushed farther into the handle by combining warm water, a cleaner, and ultrasound. This machine gently washes away the acrylic coating. After a spray, rinse, and warm air drying, each knife is hand-wiped for a spot-free finish. During the final inspection, each piece is carefully checked for blade imperfections, grind quality, and blade polish. We verify handle smoothness and overall luster. Only the very best quality can be a Cutco product. Each knife is then wrapped and packaged for shipment. Cutco cutlery is unlike any other. Truly the world's finest. We prove it every day. Our quality control testing is rigorous, relentless, and exacting. Through each phase of the manufacturing process, every hour of the day, knives are pulled out and tested. This is Cutco, a tradition of quality and innovation. The preeminent leader in world-class cutlery, committed to excellence in all that we do. Cutco, the world's finest cutlery.